Have you ever wondered what modern GMOs are and if they are safe for us humans and the environment? I'm certain that every one of you came to the same conclusion that I did, and that is that GMOs are safe. Yeah, I know this isn't actually true, but by the end of my speech, I will have proven that GMOs are actually safe for us humans and they do have a good impact on the environment. I will accomplish this by providing you with information on what GMOs are and how they are regulated, their perceived downsides and actual benefits, and how GMOs impact the environment. First, we need to understand what modern GMOs are and how they are regulated. And yes, I said modern GMOs, and this is because GMOs have actually been around for thousands of years. With little to no information about genetics, people started changing plants and animals when they noticed their diversity. They accomplished this by crossbreeding the more pleasing plants and animals to generate and maintain their more desirable qualities and features. So, what is a modern GMO? The August 2020 article, What Are Genetically Modified Organisms?, defined GMOs as plants or animals with altered genetic makeup. In other words, they've had their genetic code tweaked in some way. In one method, a researcher prompts the insertion of a gene into the DNA in the nucleus of a cell. A substantial amount of the plant or animal's genetic code remains totally unaltered, but what this does result in is the adding of a useful trait. In the December 2018 article, Understanding the Human Biology Behind GMOs Can Help Consumers Evaluate GMO Safety, it talked about an even more precise method that was developed called gene editing. This method simply edits the DNA code of a gene to modify the expression of an organism rather than introducing a new gene. A couple of things to keep in mind as I go through the rest of the speech is that one, according to the December 2020 article, GMO Crops, Safety, Regulation, and Sustainability Insights, GMOs have actually been a part of our food system for more than 2 decades. As a matter of fact, currently approximately 75% of all processed foods contain at least one GMO ingredient. This includes everything from soda to crackers to frozen foods. So who regulates these GMOs? In the US, there are 3 different agencies responsible for the regulation of GMOs. There is the U.S. Department of Agriculture, which is responsible for the safety of GMOs as it relates to plant health. Then there is the Food and Drug Administration, which assesses the nutritional traits and safety of genetically modified crops before they are marketed. This agency also checks to ensure that there are no potential allergens or toxins in anything made from genetically modified crops when being consumed by humans, plants, or animals. Then there is the Environmental Protection Agency, which ensures that any elements used to make a genetically modified crop disease or insect resistant are safe. Next, I want to take a look at the perceived downsides of GMOs and their actual benefits. As stated in the August 2015 article, Why People Oppose GMOs, Even Though Science Says They Are Safe, it stated that some people believe that GMOs are bad for their health, even poisonous, and that they damage the environment. Also, according to the January 2012 article, 12 Reasons to Avoid GMOs, the author believes that GMOs are grown with toxic chemicals and that there are resulting pesticide residues which are harmful to human health. This is in spite of the fact that many studies have been conducted that prove that GMOs are safe for us humans and good for the environment. As I stated a minute ago, GMOs have been around for 20 plus years and numerous studies have been conducted. As a matter of fact, in the May 2016 article, Yes, GMOs are safe, another study confirms, it talked about an exhaustive new study that was conducted by the National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine, which found that there was no substantiated evidence of a difference in the risk to humans between genetically modified crops and conventional crops. Also from the December 2018 article, Understanding the Human Biology Behind GMOs Can Help Consumers Evaluate GMO Safety. Talking about something that I consider to be a good example of the benefit and safety of GMOs. And that is that since the 1980s, an important GMO has been bacteria that have been modified to produce human insulin. And currently, approximately 90% of all human insulin are produced via these GMO bacteria. So now we know that GMOs are safe for humans, but what impact do they have on the environment? GMOs actually increase crop yields, whereas organic farming decreases crop yield. This means that GMOs have used significantly less land than organic and conventional farming. Thus, they have a milder agricultural impact on the environment. Also, according to a November 2014 study, a meta-analysis of the impacts of genetically modified organisms, it stated that genetically modified crops boost no-tilling farming. Now, tilling farming is used for, among other things, as a weed management tool. But what also happens when this is used is that nutrients are removed from the soil and this causes more erosion and runoff. I have shown you that GMO crops are safe for us humans and good for the environment. The truth is, there is little risk in GMOs, but there are substantial regulations in place to make sure that no harm comes from them. I hope that I have proven to you that GMOs are safe, or at least have gotten you to consider that they just might be.